Today we're going to be diving into my back training, but first off, I'm going to be showing you guys how I warm up and how I get started before my back training. I'm having some impingements in some places, so my range of motion isn't correct, and that's due to tight muscles that I'm having. And I've been doing a lot of therapy trying to balance these muscles out, stretching the overactive muscles and strengthening the weak ones. I'm doing therapy 2-3 times a week with my therapist that you guys saw last week in last week's video. And then I do a lot of work on my own in my time off, because you have to be consistent with therapy and stuff. You got to make sure you're doing it on a daily basis and stay on top of the injuries. You can't just work on it once a week and then think it's going to go away, because every time you train, your body wants to go back to its old ways. So every time I'm training, those imbalances occur again. So I got to re-release the muscle and retrain the muscle, and over time it's going to get better. So you guys are going to see me jump into it right now. I notice when I'm pulling that I'm not engaging my lower trap and my serratus on my left side. So my back is going to be developing in the right way. So I have to fix all these issues. And if I don't warm it up correctly, my body's going to want to fire those incorrect muscles, because that's what it's comfortable doing. So what I got to do right now is unlock the muscles that are bound. I'm going to try and break them up, get some blood flow in there. And once I do that, then I'm going to try to reintroduce the activity to them with some light exercises to get the mind and muscle connection there, so my body gets in the proper range of motion for the heavier workout. I have foam rolling it. What I'm doing is I'm trying to open up those fibers, introducing some blood flow in there. It'll be ready to start activating. Rotator cuffs are one of the most common muscles that are tight and weak on bodybuilders. I've seen it a lot, and it can affect your shape tremendously. You'll see my range of motion on this left side isn't quite as good. And it's very important to keep your elbow stationary here. See a lot of people moving a lot. You got to understand what you're training. The rotator cuff controls the rotation here. So you got to make sure that this muscle is firing. This one's tough for me right here. This muscle is not firing the way it should. I can feel it. The most important thing is when doing this exercise is to stay on top of your rotator cuff. Make sure that you're utilizing just the rotator cuff. You're not engaging your trap here. A lot of people shrug up and utilize a trap. So make sure your posture is good. You're locking yourself in place. And the only muscles that you're activating are the rotator cuff. Don't go super heavy. This muscle is not a big muscle. It's not very strong. It's a stabilizer muscle. Next one, I'm going to try and get my lower trap to fire. So what I'm going to do here is no weight. I'm going to try and activate and keep my mind and muscle connection on those weak muscles. It's really easy for your body to want to take over with the surrounding muscles. So you got to make sure you stay on it. Go light. Really just concentrating on not letting my upper traps take over. It's all squeeze, slow and feel. I'm feeling them open up as they're coming down. Feeling it contract. My serratus muscle's not very strong. It's being compensated for other muscles. So I gotta try and get this to fire before I start with my back workout. So what I'm gonna do here is for my serratus. And all I'm gonna do is all serratus. Here, you're gonna shrug your shoulders up, and I'm gonna bring my shoulders down. Keep my elbows locked, core tight, and squeeze. My left side's really weak, so you might see an imbalance. Here, I'm just engaging my striatus muscle, opening it up, stretching it out, and I'm pulling down and back, trying to keep my shoulders set. I'm not up here, just down. Stretch. Definitely feel a difference on the ability on this side. Very natural. The other side feels like I'm going to have to force myself to do this. It's because I have to. I am. Those muscles haven't been firing correctly. It's like learning how to walk all over again. So now I broke up those muscles, loosened them up. Now I got activation back to them. Now they're firing. Make sure you guys take the time to do this stuff. You're gonna feel it, you're gonna volumize more, you're gonna have better pumps, you're gonna last longer. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna go too heavy this again. I wanna get those muscles fire, get the weight familiar with it again. I'm gonna start with trying to target those lower traps. So I'm gonna go close grip here, kneeling at a 45-degree angle. My core tight, elbows right down to my. Really gonna try and roll those shoulders down and back the same way I was when I was warming up. I'm leading with the motion, really stretching it out, keeping it in alignment on the way up. Shoulders down and back, and flex. Whew. Those are not the strongest muscles in my back right now, so. So right now I'm gonna start my workout with some isometrics, just to make sure that I'm targeting that left side the way I need to. This side feels great. I don't have any pain. The other side, I'm feeling it all inside my armpit. It has to be because of all the compensation that my left side had to take care of during the recovery process. All right. Dumbbell incline rows, face down. We're doing some holds. I'm not gonna go too heavy to begin with and just try to get that good connection. Tell where my shoulders are, how I pull them down and through first. Stretch. Those really burn when your muscles are really tight and locked up in there. It just feels like almost like an Indian burn. You know, when your skin gets twisted on. I feel like that's happening like inside here. I know some of you guys have experienced this before. It's no fun. I know a lot of you guys, what you're gonna do is see how my trap's coming up. A lot of you guys are gonna do this, okay? The whole point is exercise to roll that shoulder back. Shoulders down and back. It stays down. You're pulling from here. This muscle is what's contracting. So get away from trying to, don't think about moving the weight here to here. Think about moving your shoulder here to here. It's here, here. It's crazy, you guys, because I can come in here and move the hundreds around, throw 4 plates on the hammer strength, but I have problems with my form and technique right now, and I have to fix those. And the muscles that I'm trying to recruit right now are really, really weak. I'm rowing 25 pounds on each side, and I'm lighting it up. And granted, I can do the same exercise with hundreds, but I've been recruiting the wrong muscles. And the best bodybuilders in the world are the ones that have the least amount of imbalances and are able to have the right connection. And that's how you create the perfect physique. You know, once I start getting these muscles activated again, I'm gonna progress. And when my body's perfect, you know, that's when it's gonna get really, really strong. And no matter how much I've accomplished in the sport, like, you still gotta go back and understand that, like, those things happen, injuries happen, and you have to go back and slow down and fix things.